Welcome to Resourcing with David Obasa, RWDO. Resourcing has been off for a while now. I apologize for that. However, we're back, and we're back with a big bang. And so, we'll be talking about a topic that is very, very important, and which is workplace romance. I'll not be here alone, but I have a number of people that will be talking to us about workplace romance. Want to know, what is it all about? Does it bring more productivity at the workplace, or does it reduce productivity? Hang with me as we talk about this.
Workspace romance is when romantic feelings develop between people who work together in a confined space, in an office enclosure. This happens mainly because human beings, we're angels, and when two people of the opposite sex are confined together in a space, are bound to flow. Feelings are bound to develop. So that is why some who don't have the discipline, or some might be searching and they seem to find someone in their office space who catch their fancy, they just go for it. So basically, that is how workspace romance develop.
My views on office romance. I would say my views is that of indifference. Yeah, because as it stands in this present day, we leave our jobs. Apart from those that work in government parastatals, those of us that work in in private enterprises. Sorry, we leave our job. You go to work from Monday to Friday, morning till evening. You leave your house very early, you go back late in the evening. You don't have time for any other thing other than the job. So if a relationship sparks up at your place of work, fine. I don't really think I've given it a thought. I don't really care. Yeah, I don't really care. Office romance or no office romance, as long as the job gets done. That is it for me.
Um, Romance in the workspace, I personally don't think it is okay. It's for so many obvious reasons. Number one, it's just imagine you're having a bad day with your boss. Let's assume you're having a bad day with your boss and did something so awful, and your boss happened to start scolding you in front of everyone, and your love interest is there, hearing how your boss is lambasting you, castigating you, sometimes calling you names. We know how it works on this in this part of the world. No, there's basically no respect for employees. So when it happens like that, how would the person you're dating feel? Well, that aside, I think it could end up affecting the output of the job.
Well, to me, I would say it is relative. Yeah, it is relative. It depends. I've witnessed in places of work spinsters that have gone over the marriageable age, and basically because of their work. Yeah, you see someone that graduated after the NYC, the person gets a job, and for 10 years the person has been consistently working, no change of job, no issue of being sacked from the job, and at the end of the day, women, their time, their clock, they say it ticks. So if she gets somebody at the place of work that proposes to marry, all well and good. I will encourage her to go into the marriage. And but on the other hand, if that will obstruct her job, Perhaps she has to choose. If the husband is well to do, she might be advised to leave the job and focus on her marriage. It depends on what she wants. That's why I say it is relative. It depends on what we want out of life. So if it's going to affect your job, affect the productivity of the job, then you choose to leave. If you're dating somebody at your place of work will affect your marriage, then I think you should go for your marriage. I will subscribe that you go for your marriage if your husband is well to do. But if the husband is not well to do, then you should know how to manage and focus on the job and until maybe you establish your husband or something. But I don't really have anything against office romance. I would say it just the scale must be balanced. That is where I am interested. The scale must be balanced. If you are working, you work. When you're at work, you know you're at work. When you're outside the job, you can do whatever it is that pleases you. But once you're at your workplace, you focus on your job and you give us what it is that we want from you. Then you go outside, yeah, you and your spouse, you can do whatever pleases you outside your place of work.
I think workspace romance can impact on um, work positively or negatively. It has its good sides. Sometimes when two people are dating, you know, the productivity in them might be stirred up, and then things, the productivity of the job is better. But then again, it has its own the other side, and the other side is that when things do not work out between you and your love interest in the office, they say when two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffer. So when things do not work out between you and your romantic interest in the office, the workspace suffers, because you can't give your best. Both of you can't give your best to the job that you're being paid for. A lot of things, you might start doing a lot of things wrong because you're mentally affected by your relationship with this person, and then your productivity dwindles as a person. The other person's productivity levels also might dwindle. So this is why experts mostly advise against workspace romance. But human being, most of the time, we tend to ignore these warnings, and then many end up burning their fingers at the end of the day. But left to me, I think workspace romance is a no-no. It is a no-no for me to date someone in an office space where I work. Aha, no, it's kind of work. This is because I want to give my best to my employer, and I want the employer to get the best of me so that we can together give a lift to the organization. Ma?
Yeah, regarding the impact of office romance on the job, it could be positive and it could be negative. It just depends on the mood of the persons concerned. If the couples are happy, things are going on well with them. Of course, they will work optimally at work, productivity will be increased. But if there is a problem within them, even at home, at work, they will not work optimally, they will not bring out their best. You will see it in them. There's a thing of the mind, emotion, it cannot be hidden, especially for the woman. It will rub on her job. Even the man might make some mistakes. So, because we are human, you know, so as it has its advantage, it has its disadvantage also because their mood will definitely affect their output. Even if there's no office romance and a man comes to work and the wife makes him unhappy before he leaves the house, definitely to get to work, it will rub up on his job or on his associate or superiors as the case may be. It will definitely affect his work. So yes, office romance definitely affect productivity. It affects the job positively and negatively as the case may be. That we cannot rule out. But we are human beings, there are things it is part of us. Emotions is part of us, and being happy, being sad, depending on our mood, definitely is part of us. But we just have to be wise to ensure that it is not taken for granted. If we are at liberty to have office romance, it should not rub off. It should not rub on our job. It should not. That is where I stand.
So that's it on workplace romance. But that's not the end of the story. We would like to hear from you. So if you have comments, kindly drop them in the comment section. Again, if you want to be interviewed on workplace romance or any of the previous topics or any topic whatsoever, please get across to us and let us discuss on RWDO. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Until next week when we bring you another episode of RWDO. Thank you, and in case you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.